Hello, girls. How are you?
We're fine, thanks. Just a little bit bored.
Oh, why?
Because we have lots of free time and we don't know what to do with it.
Oh, then why don't we have a meeting? I'm sure our parents will be pleased with it, as they are friends too.
Great idea. What we have to see if they also have time. What do your parents do normally during the week, Diego?
First, my parents always get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because they go to work on their crop field every week. Then, once they come back, they always take a shower and get dressed with casual clothes. For breakfast, they usually drink a cup of oat with bread and fried eggs. Next, my dad goes to his dental office while my mom starts preparing lunch. They usually go to Ica City before noon and come back before 2 p.m. Then, they often have lunch with me at around 2:30 p.m. After that, my mom always watches a movie. However, my dad rarely watches it with her, as he goes back to his work from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. For dinner, they sometimes have a cup of milk, and we go to a restaurant once a week. Finally, they go to bed and sleep. On the other hand, on weekends, we spend time hanging out or watching movies together, so we have lots of free time.
Wow, so your parents get out to work or they grab, feel, and do lots of things together. That's cute for me. My mother and grandmother always get out at 7 o'clock in the morning because they go to the work every week. My grandmother works a teacher and my mom and my mother is a pastry chef. Then once they return, they always take a shower and get dressed in casual clothes. For breakfast, my mother and my grandmother usually have a cup of coffee and toast. Then my mother often goes to the market to do the purchases of the week. She always does this on Monday, while my grandma and I clean the house. We usually have a lunch at 1:30 p.m. After that, my mom always exercises in the afternoon. However, my grandmother prefers to rest and read novels. For dinner, they usually eat sometimes light, such as a cup of tea and some bread with eggs. We go to the eat pizza once a week. Finally, they go to the bed and sleep. On weekends, they go for a walk to the park or go to the mall.
As for me, my grandmother always gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning too, because she needs to celebrate every day. Then she prepares breakfast and food for my mom's lunch. She goes to the market twice a week for things that are needed in the store. Then she begins with the cleaning of the first floor to later accommodate the products in the store. Around noon, she prepares lunch for my dogs and for me. After 1 p.m., she usually goes to her cup field with her brothers. Next, she often waits until I get home from college to have lunch together. After that, she watches her soap opera for a while and then sleeps until 6 p.m. She usually goes to visit her sisters to chat for a while once a week. Finally, she prepares something light for dinner, takes a shower, and goes to bed.
What about your other family member?
My mom always gets up at 7:30 a.m. in the morning because she goes to work from Monday to Friday. Then she takes a shower and gets dressed in formal clothes because she is the director of the ICA Museum. Next, she goes down to have breakfast and leaves right after for work. Then at 1 p.m., she has her lunch hour and goes to her yard to eat with her friends. She usually has meetings in the afternoon, so she sometimes arrives at 6 p.m., while on other days she usually arrives at around 8 p.m. At dinner, she eats what my grandmother prepares or buys sometimes. Finally, she takes a shower and goes to sleep. Usually on weekends, she stays with me or sometimes she travels to Paracas for work as well.
Oh, so your mom goes to work while your grandma stay home. In my case, my mother kept up 5 o'clock. She does the house chores. My father also get up at the same time. But he goes to work also right after from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. This happens every weekday. While Ted is working, is the working my mom has papaya juice. Why break up and she's for break up. After that, she start preparing lunch and finishes clean this juice before my father come back home. Uh, we have lunch together 3 p.m. Next, my father usually goes back to work from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. While my mom and I watch a movie for cleaner. They go to sleep 10 p.m. However, on the weekend they would do the cleaning of the house while I cook, and they we watch movie together. So I am free at 5 p.m.
Whoa, so your parents have time to watch movies together. That's nice. Well, then I think that the best option would be to have our meeting on Saturday evening. Do you all agree?
Yes, I agree.
Me too.
Me too.
Amazing. Well, I have to go now. My mom's calling. See you.
See you.